How to drive traffic using Twitter. I'm Giovanni from Giovanni.com, and in this course, a short course, I will guide you on how to drive traffic to your website using Twitter. Twitter is almost used in all over the world, and you can use it to drive traffic to your website. So let's go to the course.
Hi, my name's Alex Copeland and I work with Richard Fairburn and the Online Success Model team. And this is our Twitter traffic course. Twitter is huge. It has 310 million users. And if you know anything about online marketing, then you would know that to understand it, we're not digital marketing, we're marketing in a digital world. Everybody is on social media. And I don't need to tell you this because, well, it's really self-evident. They're all on there. Everyone is using social media. Now this course we're bringing to you is aiming to teach you how Twitter can generate traffic to your website. But we don't just want to go over how to make your post better and build a following. No, we want to teach you the underlying theories behind digital marketing in the hope that once you know them, you'll understand not just the what, but the why. Now in this course you'll have an in-depth, short but insanely informative and beneficial lesson in exactly how you want to be using Twitter. And we're going to show you how you can generate tons of traffic from the super powerful and massive platform that it is. Hi, my name's Alex Copeland and I work with Richard Fairburn and the Online Success Model team. And here's another video in our Twitter marketing course. Digital marketing for conversions. What is my conversion is the first question you should ask when undertaking any form of digital marketing. Now, a conversion is when a reader, a customer, a member of your audience, whatever you want to call them, performs any action that you think is beneficial for your business or whatever it is you're working towards. Now, when asked this question, most people respond, well, that's easy, I want to make some sales. And although this isn't a bad answer, it's not quite right. The whole point of digital marketing is, after all, to generate profit. But social media marketing is not about shoving your products down your audience's throat. If you treat Twitter as a billboard, people will tune out, unfollow, and you'll find yourself just being a spammer in their eyes. There are a lot of social platforms out there, and on every single one you have to be sociable. You need to have sociable conversions. Common conversions on Twitter are retweets, leaving likes, directing a lead to your website, or commenting. And you might think that is the most obvious list you've ever heard, and if you do, that's great, because it shows that you know a bit about this kind of marketing. So now that you understand a bit of how you can use Twitter to market your brand or really anything, it's time to look at some of the most common mistakes that marketers make. You know what you want your audience to do, and the next question is, how do you get them to do it? Let me show you an example of something. Go to this site, CLICKFUNNELS.com. Now, the pictures are nice. You might even say it's quite well designed with all the blocks, but this site is a digital marketing failure. You could literally spend days just clicking on pictures, but what's the purpose? What does this site want us to do? There is no way of knowing. Click on Things is a great resource to see what not to do. Imagine these pictures are your tweets, one after another, page after page. That's what you're trying to avoid. A retweet is simply a repost of another Twitter's user's tweet on their own profile, and then this gets shown to their followers. Now these are community driven, and the aim of it is to make the service better and spread discussions easier. Now as you can see from this simple graph, it shows that the word please is used an awful lot in retweets. But why are so many people saying please? Well, it's simple. We say please when we ask for something. That's exactly what's happening here. Whether they know it or not, these Twitter users are marketing for conversions. They're asking people to please retweet. This is known as a call to action. And you need to consider your call to action on every tweet, upload, picture or piece of content. If you intend people to see it, then you need to tell them what to do. Not like clicksonthings.com. Now the good news is that Twitter has done most of the work for you. Your audience is within easy reach of buttons to comment, follow and retweet your posts. You just have to ask them. Take a look at the most retweetable words and phrases. By using some of these in your tweets, you'll get a much bigger pickup on retweets and get shared across the networks. Now our call to action can be anything as long as it aligns with a conversion. Here's some examples for you. You could use questions. For example, what do you think of our new line of clothing? Follow this person. Like this if you ... Comment if you ... Download my ebook. Check out my site. Follow me. Order your free sample. Now, Twitter's data shows that tweets that ask for a follow increased responses by 258%. People love to participate. If you show them something they like and ask them to retweet it, chances are they will. Hi, my name's Alex Copeland and I work with Richard Fairburn and the Online Success Model team. Value creation on Twitter. Now, if you've ever read a book called Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, you'll know that they try to define quality. It's impossible to put into words exactly what gives content value. However, in the book, they realise that although it can't be defined, we all have this intuitive understanding of what is and what is not good quality. Now, as a marketer, this should make a lot of sense. Thing is, we usually use the word value instead of quality. Now, you might not know exactly what every reader wants, but we all know what's good and what's bad. And what's good has value or quality. Now, your tweet is just another version of content. And you need to create value in your content, but how do you do that? Well, think about it like this. The audience needs to get something out of your tweet. Whether that's entertainment, humour, social, or something intellectual doesn't matter. It's the belief that your content can in some way improve their lives. Think about the value of every tweet you post. This is definitely a step in the right direction. But there is no real right or wrong way to go about value creation. It's kind of down to you. Now, in online marketing of any sort, we're aiming to become an authority. And to do so, we give away content. And in this case, that's the tweets. People pay attention to an authority. And if you keep the content wheel turning, people will see value and take notice. Here's an example of a tweet that's gone pretty viral. Now, this tweet reaffirms the beliefs of millions of people. It's unique because it's witty, it stirs the two ingredients together, and that's what makes it a viral tweet. Now, the thing is, many businesses and individuals will shy away from posting something like this because it is controversial. But here's the thing, maybe you should tackle the controversial. Think about all the reasons why this tweet works. Don't forget, we're marketing to humans, and humans are inherently flawed. So they're going to be able to relate to stuff that maybe you don't think they would. How to write a tweet. Twitter's all about engagement. As a platform, it allows you to send short messages very quickly. This means it's great for building credibility and for sending people to wherever you want, like a website, a blog, or a Facebook page. You want to keep your tweet short and sweet. It needs to intrigue the potential reader. That being said, it also needs to remain relevant to the post, otherwise you look like clickbait, and this is a surefire way to damage your reputation. When writing content, it's a common practice to spend almost as much time on your headlines as your content. Think of Twitter as your headline. The quality of your tweet is what will get people to read the article. You can include anything that really grabs people's attention. A quote from your content, according to Twitter, is 54% more likely to be retweeted. And relevant hashtags will display your tweet to people looking at similar topics. Tweeting pictures is a very effective strategy when done correctly. It's much easier to engage someone with a picture than it is with words alone. If you post a picture of your product or offer a clever bit of shareable content, you can attract more attention than you ever could with just words. I cannot overstate the importance of establishing a conversation. The best practice on a social platform is to be social. Have opinions and leave insightful comments. Get involved as much as you can. These are the activities that will build you a reputation and an audience. Help other people in your niche. Now, this is often overlooked because you think of everyone as a competitor. But the internet is massive. Let's think of it like a pie. It's a massive pie, and all you need is a small piece of it and you'll eat for life. Essentially, what I'm saying is that the benefits of engaging in a community with a larger audience than you would otherwise be advertising to far outweighs the drawbacks of that extra competition. But a word of caution. Etiquette and having a thick skin is vital to successful digital marketing. Staying out of the wrong conversations is just as important as getting involved in the right ones. People will talk down your achievements, and hey, that's life. You need to ignore these people who have nothing to add but negativity and skepticism. These people will often work to your advantage in the long run and draw more people into the conversation. Remember the old saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Never has this been more applicable than when marketing on social media. Hi, my name's Alex Copeland and I work with Richard Fairburn and the Online Success Model team. And this is another video in our Twitter traffic course. Twitter Analytics. Now let's assume that you have a few tweets out there. Your Twitter's all set up and you're trying to draw content. The next step is to track what works and what doesn't. You really need to be able to follow the user's journey and interactions within your marketing efforts. Now, Twitter is a fantastic tool for monitoring this. They have built-in analytics that will tell you exactly how an audience is interacting with your account. So you need to learn everything there is to know about Twitter Analytics. Turn your analytics on and pay attention to what works and what doesn't. Now, if you don't know about A/B testing, the basic principle is that you post a piece of content twice. It's got a slight difference in the second one, and you see which one performs better. Now, it's kind of normally used for apps and web pages, but there's no reason it can't be applied to two similar tweets. Now, it took me a while to really wrap my head around the importance of a data-based approach to digital marketing. I think the biggest breakthrough I made, or should I say the biggest mistake, is perfectly represented in this infographic. The time of day has an effect on the responses that you see in your tweets. You should study this and align your post with your target market when they're online. It makes perfect sense, but it's just something you might not think about until analytics makes it very obvious. This is where online marketing really does get amazing. The data. With all that data and how you study it, and with a little bit of skill, you can get the behaviour of millions of different people down to an exact science. Conclusion. In closing, I hope you learned something useful towards marketing on Twitter, because that's the real secret to marketing, is knowing how it works. Now, the only way to stay ahead in the industry is to know more than the next guy. If you want more visitors for your website or more sales, then the only way to get them is with hard work. Now, nothing worth having ever came easy. That's the truth. But the silver lining is that most people aren't willing to put in the work. So if you work as hard as it takes, the internet is a truly rewarding place to do business. And knowing how to generate traffic using Twitter is now one of the skills you know. Taking everything you've learned today into consideration, you should now have a much broader knowledge of the Twitter platform. Your next step is to venture out and find some of the biggest players with tons of interaction that are in your niche or market. Take a look at what they're doing and mimic it. Take the time to monitor the activity and take notes. Afterwards, you can begin formulating your own game plan and marketing strategy for Twitter. Always try to monitor your progress and analytics. Twitter makes this easy for you by providing the data. And lastly, from myself, Alex Copeland, and on behalf of Richard Fairburn and the Online Success Model team, thank you so much for taking the time to go through this course.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed this course, and if you like it, just subscribe to the channel and go to jobdiani.com in order to get step-by-step coaching on how to make money online using affiliate marketing, selling other people's products. Okay? Subscribe to the channel and go to jobdiani.com. Thank you.